questions about politics, about business, about real estate flipping, about life, about sex, about divorce. This is the Ask Sean Whalen Show.
Boone, good question. Now, I'm pretty sure that's probably a real name. That's kind of a cool ass name, but it's just awkward because I've never met anybody named Boone before. So, Boone, good question, bro. My morning routine is fairly specific and it's fairly structured every single morning. So you guys have heard me talk about Core 4 and the things that I do, but there's 4 key areas that I focus on every single morning with what I do and what my regimen or my routine is. One is body. The very first one is body. I have to work out. It's like a non-negotiable. I don't care if I'm in a hotel or if I'm here and there, I've got to do something. Whether it's 100 burpees, whether it's working out, running, swimming, whatever it is, I have to get a morning workout in without question as part of my routine. Balance is the second portion of this, which is connecting to relationships outside of me. So that might be my kids, that might be my girlfriend, that might be a family member or whatever, but I extend some sort of outreach to other people, to family members. So that might be what I call appreciation text. So I might just send 4, 5, 6 people appreciation text, letting them know that I appreciate them and tell them something nice. It might be a particular relationship that I'm trying to build or repair or establish, if you will. And then the third portion of my morning is spent with what I call being, which is my meditation and my study. Those are non-negotiables. Those are probably the 2 key components every single morning that keep me going, that keep me fired up, is my meditation and then study. So I don't necessarily read books cover to cover. I don't know the last time I read a book from like start to finish with just that one book. I typically am reading 3, 4, 5 books at a time, and I'll read 1 or 2 chapters from this one, 1 or 2 chapters from that one. But I'm reading multiple books every single morning and then spending anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes in meditation. And then the last portion of my morning routine is in business, is aligning my day and making sure that I have my day structured and having key things that I'm doing with my business. So that might be a project that I'm working on, that might be a task that I want to accomplish, but I get clear every single morning on these 4 areas, because most people wake up and it's frantic mode. They grab their coffee, they're packing the kids' lunch, they're running out the door, they're running to the office, they're doing this, they're doing that, and there's no peace, there's no calmness, there's no clarity in mind. And so my daily routine, my morning routine, is for one purpose and one purpose only: to get me clear. Because the clearer I am, the more powerful I am, which is why I can get more done in 2 or 3 hours of work than what most people can get done in 8 to 10 hours of work, because those hours that I'm working, I'm crystal freaking clear, dialing shit in, getting stuff done. So that's my morning routine. Jesse, good question. My role models growing up, I appreciate the comment about being a good person. I try to be a good person. Some people think that I'm an asshole. So a lot of people think I'm an asshole, but I try and be a good guy. My role models growing up, I grew up, my parents got divorced when I was young, when I was an early teenager. And so I didn't really, you're a young kid, I have all the memories of my father and stuff like that. But I spent most of my teenage life and early adult life and now adult life without a father figure. I don't have a relationship with him, haven't spoken to him in years. I keep reaching out, whatever else. But the reality is, growing up, I had multiple father figures. So these are guys that were either from church or from social groups that kind of took me under their wing. And so as I was growing up, I had multiple different guys that I kind of mirrored and modeled certain things after. And as I started getting older, I started looking into the business world. So as an early entrepreneur, Donald Trump was like a role model for me, and I was trying to mirror things that I was doing after Trump. But I had a lot of different role models. I still do the same thing. I still have a lot of different people that I try and emulate certain things off of, and I think that's good. I think that's good nature. I think as you look around at people around you, you have a lot of different people that you appreciate this about this person or this about that person, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with stealing, if you will, good things from all of these people and making yourself kind of a culmination of a lot of different positive attributes. So growing up, I don't know that I had really one particular role model or person that I looked up to. I had tons, and I still feel, I mean, today that I'm a lot that same way. I have a lot of different guys, a lot of different men, a lot of different entrepreneurs, church leaders that I look up to, that I try and emulate and copy certain things that they do. So I think it's good. I think, you know, a lot of kids that grow up with dads in the home, they obviously have their father and they learn things from their father. But nowadays, with a lot of kids growing up without, you know, role models and without a father figure, I think the kids should be encouraged to reach out and to try and see who they fit with and emulate a lot of the different attributes of people in their life. And that obviously builds the question of having those people in their lives. But you know, I try and be that for other kids. There's a lot of kids that I know that are growing up in divorced homes and single parent homes and stuff like that I try and reach out to through church and different things along those lines. But yeah, I'm grateful for the guys that I've had in my life, because I can tell you different things about each of them that I've weaned, that I've tried to incorporate in my own life. So that's yeah, that's a little insight into the role models that I've had throughout my life. Jeff, brilliant question. I love the political questions. In fact, we need to make a note that we're going to do the Ask Sean Show political editions. Why are you writing this down? Political, oh, you don't, that's true. I am the one with ADHD. I forgot what I had for breakfast, let alone whatever. April's got it figured out. So dude, great question. I'm glad you asked it. Actually, I forgot his question now. Oh, okay, cool. I remember. He talked about foreign policy. There's ADHD at its finest for you. So my thoughts on foreign policy are simply this. We've complicated this issue. I mean, we could talk about any political issue that you want. In fact, I'm infatuated talking about these issues. But foreign policy is simply this. Until every single American child is fed and clothed, we should not be spending billions of dollars feeding and clothing children around the world. Now, that's not to say that those kids don't deserve to be fed and clothed, but the reality is, as President of the United States of America, you're not president of the entire world, you're president of this country. And so to me, the foreign policy is when we're safe, when we're protected, when we're financially secure, when our children are clothed and fed, when the home front is taken care of, now let's go out and help those that we can. But I think it's an absolute atrocity that we spend billions of dollars every single year on other countries and feeding other countries and educating other countries and socially providing for other countries when our own country is withering away. The education system is falling apart. There are kids literally living in poverty here, and yet we're trying to get kids out of poverty in other nations. To me, it's completely ass backwards. So my foreign policy is simply this: help get America strong, help make America the strongest, most educated, most wealthy nation. And that's not just the nation itself, but that's our society as a whole. Buoy them up. The high tide raises all the boats. So that's my position on foreign policy in America, is help America become the high tide, and then you can help all of the other boats.